Good morning, Joshua.
What's up? Trying to open my Purell sanitized wipe.
Why are you trying to sanitize?
Because I spilled soda on my case.
When did you spill soda on your case?
Like, before we bag checked.
Oh my god.
There we go. That a boy.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Okay, we're good.
Comment on the cut, nice and spiffy.
There's our boy.
It's 5:30. We're headed to Scottsdale, Arizona. Damn, glasses are fogging up. And for HPN 20, we're doing a hybrid. So we felt it was important to have an in-person meeting, and so we're doing that. And we're going to have a good number of people there. We'll get the final numbers when we get there. But then we're going to have a virtual component, and we're going to capture that live. And then we're also going to build some content around the events that happen outside of the main event, which is what we're going to do live. So be fun. Looking forward to it. As soon as we get there, get unpacked, maybe grab a bite to eat, and then head down to the ballroom, start setting up, testing. You know, getting everything lined up. My biggest concern is going to be those lecterns and how we capture that. But other than that, we should be good to go.
There he is. Next time we do a national golf commercial, if you can come out, hang for an hour or so to see how they do it too. I mean, you guys do beautiful work. I mean, I've got those people calling me and telling me how good your work is. When they shoot, they have 100 people here.
It's a $100,000 shoot versus
Unbelievable.
$1,000 shoot.
Unbelievable.
The problem with social media is if you spend $100,000 on each post, you'd be broke.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
TV's a little different.
You know, and this is for a 30-second spot.
Yeah. No, they spend a lot of money, a lot of resources.
This is Michael Bowery. I'm the golf director here at Mission Inn Resort in Howey in the Hills. I'm on number 17 green on El Campeon, the historic, legendary El Campeon. Really one of the most talked about par fives in Florida. Very, very difficult hole. We're here. You see the fairway and the signature oak to my right. There's also a diabolical oak, literally 100 yards from the green. So the golfers got to stay right of that oak to hit their approach shot here to the 7th green. most talked about hole by far in the golf shop after the round here at Mission Inn.
So it's just crazy for me, you know, growing up in Orlando and seeing Orlando grow up, and now I'm 40 minutes outside of Orlando and I see it rushing towards this place we call Howie in the Hills. So we're here, we're collecting some content to help push the resort, but as a spin-off, it's also here to sell the destination for retirees, people that are buying into the villages. Maybe let's look a little bit over here for a little bit different environment. People that are visiting the resort, maybe part of a meeting or a vacation, maybe looking at their vacation property or their retirement. So it's just amazing to see all of this land, this fresh land, as far as the eye can see. Just like we're selling over in the resort where you have all this space to do unique events, things you can't do at a city center hotel or a resort hotel that has restrictions or restrictions based on occupancy or different other groups in the house. It's an empty canvas for the resort guest and the convention guest, but it's also an empty canvas if you're looking for a retirement home, because you've got this land, you've got this golf course, and you've got future potential. But it's a very, very, very interesting opportunity, because in real estate, you got to get in first to reap the benefits. And here we are at the beginning. After all these years, it's a startup. You know, Mission is a startup after all these years. It's pretty awesome to see, and we're real excited to share this opportunity with you guys. I got a lot of ideas. We're gonna create some fun stuff together. Okay, thank you. All right, talk soon. Bye. I keep thinking bot. Selling around the clock. I don't have a mic, but...
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I do? Ah, what are my thoughts? My thoughts are that we have our bases covered, but we need someone to come in and drive us home. It's like anything else, we gotta bring the energy. You know, one of the things that I'm finding is that, and I may have said this before, one of the biggest benefits of working with us is the energy we bring the organization. We challenge you to find something deep in your heart. Maybe you were a young whippersnapper and now you're in your twilight and you're kind of going through the motions because you can see the end of the rainbow. We're coming in and saying, no, 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 no. Tighten up, let's go. You know, maybe you're a sales manager and you don't know if you want to do this sales job, or, but no, 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 you're doing it. You've got the title. Your business card says you're a sales manager. You got to sell. So energy. And so, people go through the motions. I see it all the time. In baseball, we call it false chatter. Hey, batter, batter, swing, batter. No, 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 no. If you're wearing a uniform, if you got a job to do, you've got to dig deep. You got to find some energy, and that energy is what's going to get you to your goals. You can't go through life lethargic and then wonder, why aren't we getting what we expect? Why aren't we closing business? Why aren't we selling homes? Why is our hotel empty? Well, walk around and talk to your people and see if they've got any piss and vinegar. Let's see if they have any soul. See if they're ready to take on the challenges of the day, or if they're just going through the motions. If they're going through the motions, that's the first place you gotta start. So we're running around firing people up, letting them know we're here, and we believe that will get people on their, we'll call it, Pat Ingerfer at the Hyatt used to say, your what is it called when you go into orientation, best behavior? It's like, I want to see you on your orientation first week on the job, best behavior. She used to say that. People 3 years into the job, she'd say, where's your orientation, best behavior? Because when you get hired, you're on your best behavior. Name tag, everything. And then 3 years in, you're like, no name tag. You kind of just, no. Tighten up. Let me give me your orientation, best behavior. And I'll never forget her saying that. So that's what we're doing. So it's Sunday morning and we're here in Central Florida, iDrive, at the beautiful Hyatt Regency Orlando, the old Peabody. And today we're setting up for an event, and that's a big deal. So one of my clients that I've been working with for 10 years does one event a month in a different part of the country. And when March, April, COVID timeframe, struck, we were forced to cancel. And so we canceled March, we canceled April, we canceled May, we canceled June, we canceled July. We tried to book August, we tried to book September, and finally was able to find a destination Orlando that could safely handle the show. And so here we are, setup day. It's Sunday, setup day, and then the show's Monday, Tuesday. And attendance is off, but I'm pretty impressed with what we see. And we're seeing a couple different things. We're seeing, people that are just calling it off altogether, like no show in 20 or no show in 21. To other people that are doing it smaller, we're going to proceed, but it's just smaller. Others that are producing strictly online shows. So I saw the other day, access to the main stage. I've seen hybrids where there's some in attendance and some not. And it really is based upon the makeup of your audience, and then your technical acumen, and then what type of investment and speed at which you need to work to accomplish whatever strategy you are going to deploy for a meeting. But for this type of meeting, it's actually an exhibit where there's buying and selling going on. Face-to-face is critically important. I do believe there'll be a day where there's a virtual exhibit, and you can journey through the exhibit hall virtually as if you were in person. But in the near term, these exhibit shows are very important, especially to clients like this, where their dealers and their people get together and do their buying and selling, so they go back to their local, brick and mortar or online stores and have product to sell. So we're excited to be here. We're excited that events are starting to happen more and more. If you look at my LinkedIn feed, which is full of hospitality professionals, versus what it was 3 months ago, we're seeing more and more people celebrating the small wins in the industry. So that's huge. But it's going to be a long road, and it's going to take people to stick their neck out there and actually try to do an event for this to work and for this to get kick-started. So we're here supporting our client. We're going to do a little interview and some footage of him so he can talk to his association and his members to just update them on the status of the association, the status of his events, and what the future looks like as it stands today. Because everything's moving quickly, but updates are important right now. So we're gonna help him give an update to his people, and also get some B-roll of the actual show happening. Touchdown.
How about that? Rebirth, what are you doing?
We're wrapping this puppy up. Couple days, executing a conference in the middle of a pandemic, or on the backside of a pandemic, and capturing the safe meeting happening in real time. So it's been a great trip. We had a live broadcast. We've done some daily recaps, and we've also had a good time. So it was a great show.
Any big wins?
Experience, in this business, experience is everything. Whether you're executing an event for food and beverage, or whether you're executing an event for technology, the experience is what you need to be able to be the best. And so today, in this last couple days, we've got the experience to take it another step further.
Especially being here in a pandemic, being here with one of the first meetings to implement new things.
Yeah, it's like our friend from Ritz-Carlton said, Herb Bayer. He said, yeah, it's like the tip of the sword. We're courageous, and we're venturing into the territory of what we love to do, and we're the first to do it, and we're doing it safely, and we're pioneers. And as a result, we are always going to have a seat at the table in this industry. So I'm proud of the team, I'm proud of this organization, and I'm proud of everybody who joined us for participating and supporting live events in person. So we'll finish up tonight, and we'll get back to Orlando early tomorrow morning. like starting over from scratch. You know, so there's like, it's musical chairs. Everybody's, you know, hoping to find a chair when the music stops. And, but it's just starting. It's like a rebirth. And so we're at the front edge of that, you know, engine turning back on. You know, doing a meeting, you know, in the middle of, you know, what's going on. But we were safe, and I thought that it would be, you know, irresponsible for us not to have a meeting and not be, you know, incredibly safe in every decision we made and every move we made, and I thought the conference was fantastic. So it was nice to be part of it. We captured the whole thing. We documented it. And it's rolling. It's rolling right now. So the audience is getting entertained about the show we just had, and we'll get the final video out, and we'll extend the conference beyond the 2 or 3 days we were together, and we'll extend it for another couple weeks, even months, which further brings value to the effort in doing such an undertaking. You know, this was a much different conference to execute, both in person and virtually. We learned a lot, and anytime you can learn something in these things, you know, it's a good thing. So I'm excited for what we did. I'm excited to get home. So I was listening to Lee Steinberg, and he's flying to see the Dolphins play. And he said he's double masking, so I'm double masking. And it ain't easy.